Hi guys. Okay, so I know I just made a video the other day and it had to do with my gastric bypass. This doesn't really have to do with my gastric bypass. Kind of, sort of. Not really though. Honey, if you're gonna watch this is Honey and my husband. Just know that this is me complaining, but not about you. So if you want to watch this, it's nothing you don't know. I just want to start by saying when you have your gastric bypass or whatever surgery you have, or even losing weight, some people change. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just some people change. I went to counseling to make sure that I didn't go through that, where I didn't get really I don't know, where I wasn't, flaunting my body. I don't know how to say it. Honey, you know what I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about is, that I didn't, think I was better, than I was before. I mean, I'm healthier, better, but I didn't go completely crazy, So, there's nothing wrong with change, guys. There's nothing wrong with changing your diet or even your personality changing because you get more self-confidence, or because there's nothing wrong with self-confidence either. If you're like me, you're 377 pounds or 373 pounds or whatever I was, and you're really heavy set, and you have a lot of people making fun of you, and you don't leave the house, and you can't even get out of the car to go shopping, and you make your kids do it for you, and overall life is just, you're just very unhappy with yourself. There's nothing wrong with that kind of change, okay? I'm talking about going overboard is what I'm talking about. I just want to say, but there's certain things that you could change on, and one thing that I have not changed on is my intense trust for people. And I always pick the wrong people, and I'm not complaining about one person in general, although that's what's brought this up. I'm not complaining just one person, but I have this intense trust for people, and I always like to see the good in people, and the good is not always there. Sometimes you sense it, you know that the good is not there, and you know that you want to believe it is, you want to believe that it's there, but it's not, and deep in your heart that it's not gonna make it, and then you convince yourself, okay, I can do this, I can save this person, or and then you can't, and I'm going back years here, and then it drains you, like my husband, what the heck does this go to? Like my husband likes to call somebody that I was hanging around with years ago an emotional vampire. She drained me, and she not just drained me mentally and even physically, but she drained me from my family. And it's not her personally, because I can't blame her, because I didn't have boundaries, But I will say this, you will find that people will, once you have lost weight, people will cling to you because they think that, you're better because you've lost weight. I don't really know how to explain it, because I don't want to, just pick and point. But I'm just gonna say, watch. If you're like me and you're like a really trusting person, I know that there's one person on here that watches me, and she is a very trusting person. And I don't know, actually, because she never talks about it, how often she gets burned, but I'm sure she does. You know who you are. But I would just like to say, just, watch yourselves. People think that the weight loss equals even though they know you have more self-confidence, they really think that they can take more advantage of you. And I thought that I had really become a stronger person, and I really haven't. I mean, I have, because I recognized it, you know, and it didn't take 2 years. But it doesn't matter. It still hurts the same. I know you guys, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. I just can't like put it out there, but because I have no other way, and I think my family is just very tired of me talking about it. And as much as I want to say I realize that it's done, that I know where it's going, I feel like if somebody were to call me, this particular person were to call me and say, hey, you know, blah, 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 I would, you know, be there. And it's been really hard. And like, one of the things I do, guys, is I spend money on people that I think like me, or, you know, they may like, turn the windshield wipers on, they may like me, you know, but they like me for whatever I can do for them, you know. And then as soon as I stop doing for them, then they stop, you know, being there for me. And it kind of messes with your head, you know. Like, I don't know about other people, but like for me, it messes with me. I had a really screwed up childhood. Like, I had a fucked up childhood. And, you know, I work really hard, and, you know, my husband has stuck with me through everything. You know, I like, I'm not gonna lie, I put him through like some really bad shit. And he's really, other than my dad, the only person that's ever really been there for me, you know, and my kids, you know, my kids are there. But I mean, when I'm talking about people in my life, you know, and my husband's family, and not even all of them, you know, matter of fact, not the majority of them, you know. But I'm just saying, you guys, when you have that surgery, you know, yeah, you have the self-confidence, yeah, you're going to change, but just know that just because your body has changed, and even maybe your mind has changed, doesn't mean it's going to change people outside of your circle, and that people are still going to try and take advantage of you. And I guess that a lot of people probably already know this, and I'm just the one that's struggling with this, but for some reason I just feel like it's important that people know. Like, if you're, sorry, my hair's flying out, if you guys are, you know, pre-surgery, or you've had surgery and you struggle with this too, it's really messing with me right now. Wow, it's just really bad. It really messes with me. I really have a hard time with it. I feel very unlikable. I know I'm not, but it just makes me feel that way. So anyway, I just kind of rambled. I don't even know how much time I've been doing this, but you guys, if you have any questions, or, you know, if you comment, or if you've had somebody, you know, kind of take advantage of you, you know, after the weight loss, or, you know, or maybe you have the answers to how I struggle, you know, maybe you know how to, you know, avoid this, because I feel like I do, but yet I still get myself into this situation where I end up getting used, you know. And I won't lose my family over someone, but I still put myself in that situation where I get right. I'm not on the brink this time of losing my family, and I wasn't even on the brink last time, but there was a lot of friction last time, and this time it started getting there, and it's not. I've backed away, but, you know, I don't know how to explain it, and I hope you guys understand, and I hope someone has some advice for me, because I kind of feel lost, and I already know what my husband has said, and I already know what my kids have said. I just feel like I need outside intervention. Anyway, you guys have a great day.